Success is achieved and maintained by those who try and keep trying. W. Clement Stone. Well, my friends, you're trying, and your perseverance to keep trying each and every day is only 10 to 15 minutes for charting greatness. Let's jump into these charts. We see the S&P 500 flat for the day. We can see where things jumped up in the morning and then lost some of that in the afternoon, but we're still moving in the right direction. We can see if we take a quick look at the volume, we see the volume stayed up right there at or above the average volume, so that's decent to see, but we can see it reversed in the afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on things as we continue to move. Now, when we look at where we are on the 2-day, again, we're at a positive 15. We've got the 2 days up and the weekly is up. Weekly bouncing off the 200 EMA, 2-day passing through it. Everything's green on the STC. So the success multiplier formula is a positive 15. You want to know more about the success multiplier formula? It's in your show notes today. You'll see a link to that training video. If you are not signed up at chartingwealth.com, of course, you don't get the training videos we put out on a daily basis. Go there, sign up for free. That list is never spammed, never shared. Become one of the thousands that gets our emails on a daily basis. It includes the training here and, of course, the special videos we put out for you each and every day. Now, when we leave the S&P 500, go to the NASDAQ 100, you can see it was down a little bit for the day, 0.57%. Up in the morning and then losing some in the afternoon. We're still green on the STC. We're still at a positive 15 success multiplier formula, which again shows you where those other waves are. It tells you that means the 2-day and the weekly are also positive on the STC. So we'll keep a close eye since we've got a pullback here and make sure that things don't reverse on us, pull back and take us out of the play. So we will watch, wait, and see. We'll be particularly interested in how the day starts off in the morning. Now, let's move from stocks to bonds, down again 2.33% when it comes to 20-year government bonds. Now again, we look at where we are on the 2-day. We're still green on the STC, but a huge down candle. And where are we on the weekly? We are still green there on both these charts. We're well below on both the 2-day and the weekly, the 200 EMA. So again, we are waiting for, I guess, maybe a pull up to give us the ability to look back at jumping in on a down move, because it did get squirrely. It went down, then up some, then down some, then up some, and then this latest move started. Didn't give us a clean entry, so we didn't take it. And we'll wait, watch, and see how bonds continue to move. That's where we are on bonds. Next, we head off to gold. Gold down a little bit for the day, 0.26% down. Just not enough energy yet to push bonds through the 200 EMA. We are green on the STC on this half-day chart. Now, the 2-day chart, it is green also. And again, it has approached, just like the half-day chart, the 2-day chart has approached the 200 EMA but hasn't cleared it yet. Where are we on the weekly? Let's tighten it up a little, and you can see we've been in the red for a while now. These last 3 weeks started off with a green spinning top, then 2 green up candles bouncing off the 200 EMA back on that week. Well, both the 11th, the 11th and the 18th of July is where gold bounced off the 200 EMA on the weekly chart. So we'll wait, watch, and see if we're going to get enough energy to push that 2-day and the half-day through the 200 EMA, or if everything's just going to die on the vine and we're going to get an opportunity to go short on gold. Now, gold doesn't have a good inverse fund. It's not liquid DGZ, Delta Golf Zulu. DGZ is a single short, but the problem with these gold inverse funds is they're not liquid. If you can find one that is liquid, let me know. I can't find one that's very liquid. It means the bid and the ask are not anywhere close together. So what do you do if you're going to short gold? Of course, you're going to look at puts. And if you are a Patreon member, of course, the first thing you get when you sign up at any of the 3 levels is you get our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. So think of that. If you want to support the work we do here for free every day, you can start practice trading, doing puts and calls on things like gold when they go short. So something for you to think about. So that's where gold is. We're waiting to see, are we going to have a rotation over on the STC and head down, or are we just going to have it lag around until it finally gets enough energy to push through and go in the direction of the weekly chart? That's where we are on gold. Lastly, we'll go to Bitcoin. What's up with Bitcoin? Well, I do want you guys to pay close attention. We put it out to our Patreon members yesterday. Another benefit is you get, of course, Charting Crypto on Wednesdays. We put it out on Friday for everybody else, but well, very interesting that as we look at our old price percent oscillator on the weekly chart, we see on a number of cryptocurrencies, we see weekly vertical crossovers either underway or getting ready to get underway or just finishing crossing. So pay attention to that. That's a big, good sign potentially for crypto that we may have reached a bottom. XBTF, which is the Bitcoin future ETF we like to track, it's the lowest of the 3 that have been approved as far as management fees go. And of course, it's only $23+ a share. And you know, you can track this, you can practice trade it to your heart's content. You don't have to open an account at any of those online crypto exchanges, some of which have had a lot of problems. This is traded at the marketplace, so your online brokers and such. So again, when you're ready to do fractional trading, you can put an entire $23.60 to risk. Again, just to see what you can do. Once you get tired and have been successful doing the actual, just the paper trading. But again, I just encourage you to practice, practice, practice. Once you do get this down, you're able on a regular basis to make successful trades if you will really keep up with it, hold yourself accountable. You know, there's no reason for you to be risking anything as you develop these skills. Remember, not a stock calling service, not Bitcoin or gold or bond calling service. We're an education firm. Want you to practice trade with us. So again, up a little bit for the day, is pushing higher. More recently, we look at where things are on the 2-day chart. Again, you can see where things are moving up. That's good to see. And on this weekly, we have things continuing to build. Now, if we look at the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart, what do you see happening? Well, on the weekly, you see it getting closer and closer to crossing over that extremely important 200 EMA, exponential moving average. What does that represent? Well, that represents, of course, 400 weeks of movement. That is a big deal. So we will continue to watch, wait, and see how this moves forward, and if indeed it does cross over. And you know, did I just say 400? No. The 200 EMA represents 200 weeks. I'm used to having to double things for the 2-day. The 2-day 200 EMA would represent 400 days, but the 200 EMA on the weekly chart represents 200 weeks. Okay, so we are seeing that getting close. Now we look at where we are on the 200 EMA on the 2-day chart. We're still below that, although it's drifting up. Now we look at where we are on the half day, and again, we can see where we've just been skimming along, up and down, but again, it's right there at it. So we'll watch. This will be really interesting if we're able to pierce that 200 EMA. Like I said, when we look at our weekly vertical crossovers on the price percent oscillator chart, you can definitely see some good things potentially happening. Now, again, Don't want to get fooled by what we saw happen before in that March time frame, March-April time frame. Actually, starting in January, we saw some up movement, February, then down, and then starting about mid-March through the end of March, things popped up, and then in April, they rolled over hard. So, and pierced that 200 EMA. Maybe we'll see that pierced again on the right side. We'll wait, we'll watch, we'll see. We'll hope for good news. That is where we are, folks. As we end the day on Thursday, go into Friday. Don't forget the end of the market tomorrow. What will we be doing? We will be putting out the weekly review and forecast, something you definitely have to listen to over the weekend and get prepared for the next market week and recap what happened over the course of this week. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World headquarters.